Alright, boys, so it's the Pokemon here, and the Switch 2 Direct happened last night. That was fucking sick. I think we can all say it, like, this is the first time we haven't been let down by a Nintendo Direct in probably like a solid few years. To be fair, I haven't tuned into every Nintendo Direct. But it was genuinely just hit after hit after hit. That is the best live gaming showcase I've probably ever watched in my darn life. What I'm immediately going to point out, because I'm a big fan of the franchise and I predicted it before the showcase even happened. There's a new Donkey Kong game with the movie design, which I predicted in a podcast episode. I mean, looking at that, it looks sick. It looks like it has a lot of gimmicky game mechanics. The premise sort of feels like Mario Odyssey, which I like. Mario Odyssey was, fucking incredible. But the main thing I hope to see from a franchise like Donkey Kong is just like a good co-op experience. When I look at like my memories of like Donkey Kong Country, I have a lot of like co-op memories about that, like playing with friends and shit. And I feel like that may not be the case for this one. I'm gonna play it either way. Every Donkey Kong game's had a good single player experience. I mean, at least from what I've played. But yeah, dude, that when it comes to like new titles, for me that had to be like one of the most hype things that was there. But yeah, again, my only worry is that this new Donkey Kong game might lose a few fans just because I don't know if it's just me, but like I feel like I truly think the co-op thing was the most nostalgic part of the old Donkey Kong games, especially Donkey Kong Country. But talking about potentially losing a part of the fan base, looking at Mario Kart 9, um, it's a lot different from Mario Kart 8. Again, I predicted in a podcast episode that Mario Kart 9 would have like a Forza Horizon type element to it, You have a free map that you can roam around, completely free roam, and there's a bunch of tracks that you can go to. But these tracks are massive as shit. I mean, they hold up to 24 players and they go for fucking ages. I feel like a lot of the reason why people even played Mario Kart 8 is because, they'd go to their family's house, their friend's house, and they just run a track really quickly, see who wins. And it's yeah, it's gonna be a lot different in Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart World. Still sick though. Again, stuff like this doesn't affect me. Although, if there was like a separate mode that just did smaller tracks, that would be good. I would find the game better if they did do that. But like, I'm still gonna find this shit fucking awesome. The game looks absolutely huge. It's gonna be awesome. Definitely gonna have a lot more like social elements to it. Another thing I predicted is, well, my friend actually predicted that you'll have like free will to go off road on like a lot of tracks or any track. I don't really know how it's gonna work yet, but I predicted that if you go off road, there might be some like GTA 5 type shit where it's got like marked areas here and there for where you have to drive. And my friend, I seemed to have missed it, but my friend told me that there is a part in the Mario Kart 9 trailer that shows that. So that's pretty hype. That's actually, I think it's a good thing that's been added. And it's just cool that I predicted it. Now let's talk about like the upgrade in the actual console itself. The best way it was represented in the trailer was through that new Metroid Prime game. The visuals are nuts. I genuinely wasn't expecting to see the visuals I saw because I was told that like the Switch 2 would specs wise would be anywhere between like a PS4, PS4 Pro. The new Metroid game looked like something that would be released on like PS5, Xbox Series X. It looked incredible. Genuinely, never seen those types of visuals come from a Nintendo game ever. And then you also look at The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild get their own Switch 2 version, and they're running like 1080p, 60 FPS. No, 120 FPS with HDR. HDR, and you can do 4K 60. It's insane. It was so hype. Like I was literally shaking with like every single game trailer, every single showcase of features from the console. It was insane. And where I am, this shit happened at like 12 until 1 a.m. at night. So you'd expect to be tired after having to stay up for something like that. But like, I was awake, bro. Plus, I had to do some video editing. And I was so awake from that showcase, I was able to do video editing until like 4:30 a.m., which is not very healthy. But hey, keeping on topic with you know, new game projects and shit like that. We had Project 007, which I was like, um, I was going crazy over that. But my friends told me that little teaser trailer came out 4 years ago. My friend was streaming on Discord showing me this teaser trailer that's been out for Yoinks, and it's got like 800,000 views. It's literally under a million. So, you know, it was probably a lot of people's first time seeing it in the Switch showcase. But yeah, it's probably just a reminder that they're still working on it, and it will probably come out at a decent time. But something like that is so hype. Like I love GoldenEye 007. This shit's gonna be so cool. And the C button, we finally know what that does. It's a, sort of connect social button. You'll be able to go on calls and stuff. Although you do need Switch Online for it, which kind of sucks. Uh, and you can get your own camera that'll work, and you can have your own camera that'll fucking green screen you into any game that you're streaming or anything like that. Or you can just turn on your camera. But talking about game streaming, they did show it in the showcase, and these streams were running at like max 15 FPS. I wouldn't even say it was 20, 30. This was like 10 to 15 FPS. A lower frame rate than Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It was insane. I'm surprised they even had the balls to show it in the showcase because it was just ridiculous. I don't know if, you know, they didn't specify if that was something that was going to be changed when the console actually came out, if they were going to fix that. I kind of hope they don't fix it just because it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, all the games in that showcase were incredible. It was sort of a cock tease. They did make it seem like they were gonna, end the showcase. And then they had this intro with Kirby that made it look like it was gonna be a Smash Bros. Game, and it was, yeah. Although I am really happy that they're making a new Kirby game. And then they had the new Donkey Kong game. Fucking insane. Like, you look at all the Donkey Kong media, that one fucking cutscene wherever it's from where Donkey Kong punches the moon down to Earth. And now we're seeing sort of an accurate power scale when it comes to gameplay in this new Donkey Kong game where every single level is like fully destructible. You have Donkey Kong smashing through the ground and shit, picking up boulders, fucking throwing them. It's fucking sick. It's what you expect to see from a character like this, where, you look at the intro to Donkey Kong 64, it's Donkey Kong doing one-handed push-ups, bro. I am glad to see better storage from the console. I believe it was 252 gigabytes or something like that, which is pretty good. You look at this original Switch that had like 30 gigs, but to be fair, like, why even compare this to the original Switch? The original Switch was a console with like mobile hardware running, you know, not very graphically intense games most of the time. And you look at the Switch 2 now, which feels like an actual console. It's like comparable, probably even better than the old gen consoles. Although I do think 252 gigs or whatever it was is probably still not enough. People are still gonna get SD cards or whatever, whatever that is, whatever those are called. Uh, and you gotta think like all the rumors of like Master Chief Collection coming, new, like the Call of Duty launcher maybe, that Call of Duty launcher, that's well over 100 gigabytes. And if you download all of the Halo titles in the Master Chief Collection, even on like the Xbox One version of the game, that's still gonna take like at least 145 to 150 gigs, something like that. But yeah, overall, Showcase was a hit. Absolutely worth it to stay up for it. I hope they show something more with the new Pokemon games. Uh, You can obviously tell the budget's very low. It still looks like a shitty Switch game. But I hope the next showcase hits as hard as this one. And the console's already up for pre-order, which I can't get, but all my friends did, so that's kind of disappointing. Anyway, that's all I really got to say on this. See you later.